Hi friends, we'll learn about paragraph. So we can enter a lot of text with different styles, formats, everything we can use it, and finally we'll take that paragraph to our main report. That's what is our purpose. Let's learn about that. We'll start from this basic template. So see that whatever we are importing here, we are using canvas. Again, we are using a paragraph style because from these properties we'll derive our style, and then we are using paragraph. So this is what is our key, and the size is A4. You can use letter also. So we are using A4. Now here is our path. In your case, this will change. You may store your file in C drive, D drive, anywhere. And watch this end. We are creating this file, and we are whenever we do any changes, this file will get updated and we will be reflecting. It will reflect our changes. Then we have just drawn a canvas here. You can see here is my path at this particular location. Page size we are given A4. Now this canvas is there. Slightly will change this time. If you have seen earlier, we are using directly the values. Now instead of that, I am just creating two variables, height equal to A4. So it will take the size whatever is from the A4, so that values will be taken here. Now before you write the paragraph, or let's just start with a P1 is my paragraph object I am creating. Now I am saying paragraph. Now what I am starting this with triple quotes. So it's a string, so multi-line string I will write. So I am just giving A, B, C, D, okay, whatever I am giving, because I will replace it with that. So my paragraph is there. Now after this my paragraph, I will do where it is location will be. So P1 dot wrapOn. So this will tell me what should be my width and height on the canvas. How much I am allocating. So I am space I am giving 300 by 50. So this is the thing one. And but second thing we require, where it should be placed. Say in the top, left, or there is a coordinate system starting from left bottom. So we are giving here P1 dot draw on. So it is on the canvas. So width, I am just giving you a little change this time. I am giving 450 minus 450. So whatever the size of the, if you take a letter, the width at line number 7, you can see width and height variables we have set. So here again height minus 350. So I am telling where from it start and how much space it to this wrap on. This one will give you what the dimension of this paragraph should be, and I am specifying at the same time where it should be located. These two are the key. Now with this we can able to run it and see, but there is not much text here. Let's just save once, run this. Okay, no error. So I am just going to my this is my old what finally you will get. I am refreshing it. Yeah, you can see here it has come up slightly, the text has come up. With these 4-5 characters, we can't understand the spacing between the lines and the alignments, all those things. So I am just pasting some little more text, selected that area, and this is more text I have within this triple quotes. You can see up to this point I have pasted the text. You can see here certain HTML formats I have used. This also supported. You watch this. So let's just see, but still I have not added any style to this. So it is just a plain paragraph. I have saved this, running, and let's go and see how this looks without any style to it. Here it is, because I have restricted the width and height by wrapOn, that one. So and placed it. So these two are coming up here. Now we'll add the style. So for that, let's say my style. You can give any name. So my style equal to paragraph style. It is paragraph style. So it is all at line number 2 we have imported it. Here it is. So I am using that paragraph style. Inside that, first I will give a title for this. Let's say my fine. So I'll just put a comma here. Inside this I will write all my values here. So let's say font name equal to, there are default fonts are supported. You can add yours also. At the first we have discussed what are the default fonts supported. There is a small script, if you run it, it will get it. It is there in our basic tutorial. We have discussed about that. Times, I am just using one of the one which was supported, Times Roman. Now I'm giving one more property, then we'll discuss. So for that I am saying one important thing is backColor. What should be my backColor? I am trying to give it a yellow. I have not imported any color, so directly I have to give the hex code 000. I hope this is the yellow. Okay, fine. So backColor I have given, but this is so far. I'll just give a space here. So far it is not reflected because I have not connected this paragraph to this particular style. For that I am coming here, and here I am saying my style. Sorry. Okay, now this paragraph is connected to this particular style. I have not given much of the parameters here or options. Here I am just giving a backColor and a font name I have given. We can keep on experimenting. I have saved this, running once. Let's see how this has affected. Coming here, refreshing. Okay, now you got it. So the background color, and we have placed it in our little font size we have given. I don't think we have given font size. No, font name we have given, font family, whatever the style. Then this is. Let's add few more things and see how this affects. Now one thing is, let me give the font size. There is a big list of all the properties, whatever you can control it. So let's not discuss all. Some important aspects we'll discuss. Now font size, I am slightly bigger font size I have given here. So you can watch on that. Now let's give a border also. So borders color, border color equal to, now this is border color. I am 1 2 3 4 0 0. Sorry. Now like backColor, I am slightly changing the backColor. It's a light gray color I am giving. So F1. Now one more F1. So this is the background color. I should not forget a comma here. So, and this is the border color. So once I have given the border color, it is better I will give a border width also. Border width equal to 2. You can give anything. Now since border width, let's not flush it with our border padding, BORDER, border padding equal to, I am giving it in the all directions. So I am saying 20, 20, again 20. So with this, let's see how this looks. I am saving this. Now my style is connected here. So all these properties it should reflect. Let's run this. Okay, there is no error. So let me go and refresh this. Here it is. But one thing you can notice, that gap between the lines we have not adjusted. Other thing, see the background color F1 we have used it. So that is giving a gray color. Now the border is yellow color we have given, width we have given 2, and the gap from the all sides we have given. Let's add two important things to this. I've just added a comma here, and then I'm going leading. Leading will give you the gap between the lines. And one more thing is alignment. Alignment, I am giving it as 0. This diagram explains to you what 0 and 1 and 2 mean. That's all. You can easily understand this. So alignment is that. So this 2 I have added, and note that here I have given a BR, then a forward slope. This forces a line break. The entire text, whatever I have written, automatically wraps inside the box. So I am not giving, there is no overshooting of the text. So it takes care automatically where the line break should be. But you want to force a line break, then you can use this. So this, you careful about this one, this particular tag at the end, because where in our HTML there is, if you are from HTML, then there is no end tag for line break. It's a single tag. So but here it is like this. You have to write it. So I am just saving this, and also you can watch some font I have changed. this also supported, and some italic text also. This part is italic, so I have added that also. Let's save this, run once, and see how this works. I am refreshing this. See, the gap between the lines have come and alignment is 0. Already you know what is 1 and 2 and 3 mean is, and the last part you can see, sorry, this part you can, last line you see as italic, it adds automatically the line breaks, but here we have forced a line break after the bold letter that we have mentioned, and we have forced a line break. So these are the basic properties what we have discussed, all the values, and there is a big list is there, many indenting, underline, color of the line. You can just go on extending and adding those styles to that. In the manual there is a big list, so I just we have discussed how to introduce those properties and add the styles. You can just extend it there, and this will carry to our main report with adding a pie chart, a line chart. Already those things we have discussed. The links are there at the description. So pie, line chart, then image, all will put together in one paper, one A4 size or a letter size letter, and bring all the reports. That's all, friends. Thank you for watching. I'll request you, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends, and request them to share it also. And if you have any doubts, question or anything, put it in the comment section below. That will help us in improving the content. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.